Welcome to the Glint Standard.
Welcome to another episode of the Glint Standard.
Welcome back to the Glint Standard podcast.
Welcome to another edition of the Glint Standard.
All right, welcome back to the Glint Standard podcast. We have a special episode today. I don't know if you've noticed, it's the 100th episode. And we're not a weekly podcast, we're a monthly podcast. We were not bi-monthly. What is it when you do twice a month?
Bi-monthly.
I thought that would be every other month. But anyways, we used to do it twice, now we only do it once. But anyways, we've been doing it for a long time, so I figured we'd take a trip down memory road, but not just about the podcast, but the agency in general. So, from what I know, I was born in 1999. The first thing I ever knew was Glint, because around that same time, the agency started. Correct? What made you even start your own agency?
Yeah, it goes back a while. You're my physical barometer, that's for sure. It feels like it's been around a while now. I started my own agency. Always knew I wanted to try to do my own thing, and some of the people I worked for, I wondered how if they can pull it off, I can pull it off. I've learned now that there's a lot more to it than what you see on the surface. So what I wanted to do is I was really concerned about the way this industry is notoriously known as just working all the time. If you love what you do, it's a payoff, and it is like that sometimes, but I wanted more control over my time.
Yeah.
If I want to go to yours, Eli's, games as you were growing up, or any events you had at school, I didn't want to have the guilt around taking time off for that. And I just wanted the freedom of just, push myself, can I do it? And I wasn't sure if I could. So that's why I started. But I had a meeting with the agency I was running before I started this one with a client, and I brought my boss to that meeting, and we left, and later the client called, and I go, "Who's that guy you brought?" I go, "That's the boss of the agency. This is who he is. He's been doing it for a while. He's really good at what he does, and all this kind of good stuff." "Oh, we thought you were the boss." Even in that meeting, I was like, "Oh, maybe I'm ready." So I figured I'd just take a chance and go from there. So that kind of pushed me a little bit with confidence. Confidence was a big part because I didn't know what I was doing when I started. Getting business was a new thing. I'd never done it before. Mm-hmm. That was the biggest challenge.
I don't know if you want to get into it.
Oh boy,
but
can't wait to hear your story.
I've heard, this is my knowledge. I heard that your boss was going to promote someone to be kind of the CEO or something. Maybe not the CEO. And you thought you were going to get it, and he didn't give it to you. That's why you started.
No.
You said, "I'm done with this place."
No, I think that's TV.
TV.
Typically how that works.
Oh, that was an episode of Mad Men.
But there was a situation, right, after that same thing. It was, okay, the owner of the agency at that time was traveling a little bit more. I was pretty much running the day-to-day. There were other people doing that, but as far as, driving where we were, so I approached him to have an ownership piece in the agency. Didn't have to be a big piece, just something to start moving me forward. Felt like I was contributing to something that would be gainful for me and my family later. And that was shut down immediately, like it was never going to happen. It was a sole ownered agency, and there were no partnerships. There was no way to go into that. So I knew that was kind of the end of that place. And I loved that place. I learned a lot there for sure.
I see.
So
yeah,
that might be what it is.
You hear stories, growing up about, he caught a fish this big, but it was really this big, What is it? Yeah,
Does change over time?
Yeah, there's a saying about it. But anyways, so you started working out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take for you, this is a two-part question. How long did it take for you to get a physical office outside of the house, and why? Was it, you were scaling up, you needed to hire people, and they couldn't come work out of the house, or because there's no remote workers back then, right?
There were some.
Oh,
Very
okay.
rare though.
Okay.
I don't even think you called them that because there were so few.
Yeah.
It was after a year
1 year.
because of taxes.
Oh yeah, the
That's
old
why.
tax break.
At the end of the day, if you own space, not own space, if you're leasing space, you can write a lot of that off.
Yeah.
So I'm learning as a business owner now, write-offs,
Mm-hmm.
how this works. You're already spending the money, you might as well get the benefit at the end. Now you still have to be able to pay for it.
Yeah.
So it was that, and it was also getting to that point where, okay, I'm ready to try and scale this a little bit. If I go to hire somebody, what's that gonna look like? And that's why we got the first space.
And I'm no tax expert, but I hear you can write off a home office, but it has to have a separate entrance than the home.
Some of that depends on where you live a little bit, but at the end of the day, you also have to split, like technically, if you go to sell the house,
Yeah.
it complicates some of that a little
I
bit
see.
too. So at the end of the day, to us, it wasn't worth separating. We had a small house.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth separating that percentage out to do this with taxes and this. It just wasn't worth
And
it.
you had a really on the books tax guy, you know.
Oh, well, I actually do.
I'd be the Saul Goodman of
I mean,
tax
that's
guys.
Sammy's on it.
I'd get you a fake phone in Miami, have you ping and cell towers. You know,
Great.
No,
You're setting the wrong standard, baby.
I've been. It sends a text out every hour, so you know, I live in Miami. Whatever. If you need, yeah, I got you. I'll
Maybe get 2 or 3 opinions before just settling on one. The other thing was working out of the house. I didn't realize how much I was working.
Right.
And that was something that was starting to hit me a little bit too. So I needed that separation because everything was in the same place. So I left, got the office, and I was up there probably 9 o'clock, midnight every night for probably 2 months before I got back into a solid working routine type of thing. Because I would just work whenever, you know.
Well, so just continue the story along.
Okay.
You know, did you have like, you know, you got that first employee, or maybe you hired someone at the start and you're like starting a new business, going down memory road, there must have been, you know, I'll call him like a frog or something, a frog guy, a lizard guy, you know, a weird kind of slimy character. I don't know, just a kind of a weird guy that you like, you're doing weird stuff, you know. Did anybody bring in like a crab for lunch? You know, they're eating crab at their desk.
I mean, we're going on 26 years now, so there's been stuff.
You've had some characters.
Had some characters. Everybody, for the most part, was really good, but everybody had unique personalities, is the best way to say it.
Yeah.
They all came with these great standards of work and abilities, but everybody comes with a quirkiness. I mean, I do too. I mean, there's no way around that.
Yeah, Glint is
definitely. We've had people bring in food, and they're like, "Yeah, you know, I'm going to go eat this downstairs or in my car because it's going to be awful if I don't." I go, "Okay."
Yeah.
We've had people that have their own unique dance moves that have been shared over the years.
Yeah.
We've had actors that used to be actors come work for us.
Oh yeah.
We've had all kinds of characters coming through, and they're awesome. It's interesting though how as you evolve in time as a business and as people, like you don't always stay together through a lot of that connection, obviously.
These are some funny stories that I remember from people at the office. So you had your first office, then you had another office, and then you were in the high rise.
Ooh, yeah, I think like third place.
Third place was the one.
The high rise, yeah.
Yeah, so
we're on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's whenever I started to, I don't know, gain consciousness. You know, what do they say? But
more awareness of
I'm like, oh, stuff
how
happens.
your parents make a living.
People are alive, you know. But I can remember since I was 2. I've had consciousness forever. But I remember going to the office, and my first memory of a employee was a guy who sent in a resume on it was like a little playing card, like a baseball card, and he had drawn himself as a superhero, and it showed his stats on the back. That one's not that cool. Never met the guy. Just saw the resume.
I actually did interview him.
Yeah.
And he was really good. Just wasn't able to align with what we needed.
He's gonna
at that
steal
point
your
in time.
flow.
I had other people come in, and this one's really memorable. They came in, and it was like a juggling act kind of thing. You know, here's something interesting about me. And it had those kind of soft balls, and he'd written his skills all over the balls.
Yeah.
There's like 3 of them, and he said, I can juggle all this. I'm like, this makes sense to me, and this is cool. It's a physical thing. I remember playing with
I
him
can
in the
juggle
office.
all these things. That's
know,
funny. That's
yeah,
a gimmick.
It's so great.
That's a
though, and I'm
funny
like,
gimmick.
But at least there was thought put behind it.
Yeah.
He mailed it to us in a box. Like it was great.
These are juggling balls. I can juggle all these tasks.
With all those skills, these are my skills. I put them on these balls. Oh, and I'm a juggler.
Yeah. And then
Great. I mean,
other
things like that stand out.
other employees, there was Ryan Cormier, who was a young guy. That's probably why I remember him, because I was like, one day I'll be that old, you know, or something.
Yeah, probably 23 at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. But there's two stories that I remember about him. Is that he went skydiving. This one's the
Okay.
short one. He went skydiving, and the strap of his parachute got wrapped around his arm.
Really bruised
So
up,
he
didn't he?
came into the office with
Oh, yeah.
just, it looked
Forgot
like
about
he'd been
that.
working out one arm forever. And it was just blue.
Totally forgot about
But
that.
I remember that one.
Mhm.
I remember that there was an advertising volleyball tournament, which seems very specific. Like,
It was great.
it's all the advertising agencies put together a volleyball team and we'll go out and
There's
play.
the ad club of Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went out there to play.
And so I remember because one of your players didn't show up, so I became an employee of Glint that day.
No. Ryan was there to play. He threw his back out
Oh.
like 10 minutes before we started.
Yeah,
We had Eli there. We had a little tent for him. He was so little. You
Yeah.
were probably 9, I bet.
yeah,
And Ryan ends up just laying in the tent the whole time.
Yeah.
Just because he can't move.
yeah.
And we went and we played. And
I got hired.
You got what?
I got hired.
You got hired.
Yeah, I mean,
Officially on the
I
court.
was an official member of Glint,
Yeah.
and we got second place.
We did. I still think we would have got first, but we ran out of time and weren't, and just wherever you ended up in
Yeah.
pool play was
And
where it was. And
It was also
Yeah.
like the worst day to
It was the
play
worst.
volleyball.
It was.
It like rained all morning, and like it was just, I don't even know where it was. Like in,
is that Lockheed?
oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. It was just like in their like front lawn.
No, it was in sand. That was part of the problem. 'Cause
Oh.
It was so damp and heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did good. It was
Yeah.
great.
I also remember
we
one
ended
team.
playing. We had 3. It was your mom, me, and then you.
Yeah, and I remember people were targeting me. They didn't.
Yeah, and then we put
they-
you in. Your arms were getting red, so we
Yeah.
had you stand in the far
Getting
back
destroyed.
corner. And then basically your mom and I just played everybody too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That was great.
But anyways,
Yeah.
another story about him was he was going to go on a reality TV show,
It was.
and he was like, "So I'm going to be
Interesting
gone for
guy,
3 months."
Very charismatic. Still is very adventurous. Great
Yeah.
family. Is doing really well. He was, he had a lot of life.
Yeah,
I think that's a part of what we wanted in the agency, was bringing a lot of life
yeah,
to the agency and not just making it about advertising. That energy and just that everybody having that uniqueness really helped shape us into what we are now.
yeah.
But yeah, you talk about this being a 100 episode, and we're going on 26 years. I mean, you remember the first episode?
Well, I want to say one
Yeah.
more story, but then
Okay.
I'll tell the story of the first episode. We're speaking of life. The Nerf gun fights in the office.
Yeah, we had to stop those.
Why did you have to stop? Because everybody at the office, they had a Nerf gun in their desk.
We did. When
And so
things got a
why-
little tense, people would just say, "War's on," and
Yeah.
we would go. And next thing you know, well, you know Carl. Carl at that time, oh geez, I'm gonna say he was probably mid-40s. We'll just say that. I look down the hall, trying to see where people are, and next thing I know, I see Carl diving, literally diving through the hall and rolling out on the ground.
Yeah.
Then I hear kind of a grunt, but he's still going. I'm like, what in the world? And I walk up to the front. He's in the lobby area and I can't see him. Like he's hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
And then he pops up and he shoots me. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But that's Carl. He's all in 100% on everything he does.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we can't be diving and rolling through the office like that.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get hurt for sure.
I also, one thing I also remember is that when you first got that office, you're showing everybody around, and someone lost track of Eli, and he wandered into a office and closed the door and locked the door.
Oh, he did. He locked himself in.
So
He sure did.
this literally, it's like, isn't this?
It
so
was like the day we had got it finished, or the second day we had got it finished, or something. So we didn't have all the keys yet.
Yeah.
And he locked himself in one of the offices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, can we go home? I'm hungry.
Why do I have a brother?
I'm like, perfect.
Leave him here.
Yeah. But anyways, so that's
I can't believe you remember those.
probably 6 years later. I'm 16. That's whenever I start doing some side work for Glint, and I knowing all of these stories throughout the years, I'm like, and I watch podcasts. I'm like, you guys should start a podcast, So you're like, oh yeah, you were in Dallas at that point.
Yep.
And I was playing soccer. I had school, so for I think 4 weeks in a row, I would get done with soccer practice at about 4:45. Great time to drive.
Great time.
And I'd pack up all the equipment, and I'd drive down to Dallas, and I'd record these podcasts. And let's just say that they were very different from what they are now.
They were.
They did not have a topic. It was more of a
We were just trying to figure it out.
more of a happy hour getting.
It kind of was.
But
how was the week? Kind
Yeah,
of thing. I
yeah.
kind of remember there was 4 or 5 of us
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. There was a bunch of you guys on it, and those were never released.
I don't think they were. I don't know if they ever, did go up anywhere. And then we moved them from there. Thought, hey, let's just a more casual setting.
Yeah.
We'll change that and see what that's like. And I think we did them up in our game room for a little bit.
We
or
did.
at least a couple.
We did 4 of them.
Did we?
Yeah.
And then we kind of just stopped after that.
Yeah.
It was tough because we didn't have good focus. We didn't really know why we were doing it.
Yeah.
We also didn't know what we were going to do with it when we were done. We were just, let's just venture down this path and see what happens organically.
I think people were a little upset that they had to stay to 6 or 7 o'clock to record a podcast.
I think we did one on a Saturday.
Yeah,
too.
and I mean,
it wasn't hitting home. for
yeah,
sure.
everybody was like, "What? I'd drive all the way up and be like, oh my god, I just got my driver's license."
Yeah, it's good.
It was good practice. And then I come in and be like, "What's up, guys? I'm here." And they're like, "Finally, let's get this over with." I was like, "Okay, bad vibes." But anyway, so it took a break. I still did stuff around Glint. Then I went to college, and that was around the time when you kind of got settled in this office.
Yeah, we built this place.
Yeah, I think my senior year is when this place was built, and then you decided, hey, you hired someone who was big into content creation being the next kind of trend of advertising. So
Ryan as well.
yeah, Ryan, and then and you guys started doing the podcast again. And it kind of had more of a direction.
Definitely had more direction.
It definitely started the same way.
It still had a hard time getting launched.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we just sat down one day and said, we're shooting one today, that's it.
Yeah.
So we keep talking about it, and it just nothing's happening. We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Get the cameras out, let you shoot, see what happens.
It's a very funny
and it's
to
edited
look back.
and moving forward. Then we had topics in place. And then I can't remember now. I think we're going to shoot them every 2 weeks or something,
Yeah.
and kind of move forward. We wanted to keep it shorter, not be like an hour long type of thing. We knew we wanted to video record it as well, not
Yeah.
just be a podcast. Put the vidcast piece on it too.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
love
just-
vidcast.
I do.
You love that word.
I do.
It's all the same. It's all a podcast. Someone tell them that they're all
It doesn't make
podcasts.
sense to me. Podcast is about speaking and
What is
hearing.
pod?
Vidcast is about seeing the video. Same thing.
No.
Just, I don't know. It's easier for
Crazy.
me to segment it out.
Yeah,
But I
but
have noticed recently, though, on that note, in YouTube now, they have podcasts you can follow on YouTube. So I'm like, oh,
you're just
it
now
has come around.
you're just now seeing that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Weirdo.
That's why I have younger people here.
But I have noticed that there's this YouTube website. But anyways, kind of it is funny to look back. I went and watched a few minutes
Like the first ones.
of the first one, and I mean, boy, has it changed. You guys were so nervous. You had 2 camera angles.
Did I?
Yes. Like, and
I
I
think we
think,
did it up in the front room.
yeah, it was
here.
in that room.
We were real close on each
Yeah,
other's face.
no, yeah, but you have like a camera angle of like an iPhone camera angle, and you have like the fancy camera angle.
We only had one.
Yeah,
One
so
fancy
and so
camera.
like Ryan had an iPhone, you had an iPhone, and you had the like
That's
the
funny. I didn't
cinema
realize.
shot.
That's funny.
And so like all of your questions, it's like you're in like a, what is it?
Like a movie
20
trailer
for
kind of
20.
thing.
What is that thing? It's like you're like, it's like, oh yeah. And yeah, you were bragging about being the CEO of a company that you made and stuff. But anyways,
That
it
probably
is
sounds about right.
it is funny because you could tell you saying that, you can tell that you were like, let's just sit down and shoot one. Because it was very like, so this is our first podcast. We want to
Sometimes
do it.
There's something to be said about just getting started, and you
Yeah.
start to polish it up later. You
But
know,
yeah,
keep
it definitely
moving
became
forward, you know.
it became that topic focused podcast, which, you know, did good. But it almost wasn't a podcast at that point. It was more of like an informational.
Yeah, like an infomercial kind of thing.
Yeah.
I kind of felt that it wasn't real organic, and it did need some structure because I meander a lot.
Yeah.
Just to make sure we stay on agenda as well. And then, you know, it kind of evolved from there a little bit. I think it got a little more personal.
Yeah.
Then 2 years ago was it 2 years ago when you took it over?
Yeah. I mean,
And
maybe
really
even,
started driving the subject matter, how we're going to do it. It still has structure, but we're allowed to have a little more
Yeah, we
less
just talk.
formality. We just talk.
Yeah.
If things need to meander a little, it's okay, but then we can bring it back.
Yeah.
I think we're doing a much better job of that, but I also think we're just more comfortable talking about who we are, where we are,
Yeah, I think
what
it
things
is.
are about, and not being so critical about what do people think. I mean,
I-
it is what it is.
I think the setup of the topic focused podcast led us to get the right tone of our conversations,
Yeah.
because we still, I don't know if you guys know this, we don't really talk like this in real life. But in this podcast we talk like experts, and we have tidbits of facts and data and stats. But
we don't speak it like that, but we do have it.
yeah. But you know, we're much more like, that's how I talk in real life. I go.
That's your real life voice.
I talk like an ogre.
I hate to hear what mine's like.
Yours is like, you sound like a goblin.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, goblin D's. Anyways, folks, so that's kind of where we are. I mean, at this point, it's been 100 episodes. It's been 8 years.
It has been 8 years.
Since
and we've adapted how often we do it and trying to find that right mix, and how
Yeah.
we adapt it, push it out has changed a little bit. But we also won an award for it.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think that I mean, at the end of the day, I think what you changed the most about it was making it a little more authentic.
Yeah.
Which has been great. I enjoy them. I really enjoy doing them now. But it's also nice to be able to look back historically, one, with the vidcast portion,
Vidcast.
how much younger we looked, how we spoke, what we were talking about, because they did tend to align with what we were dealing with and the clients we were working with at those times.
Yeah,
So I
know.
can go back and there's certain things that happen and I'm able to lean into, oh yeah, that's what we were doing then.
See, it's also not fair because I age way faster than everybody else.
You think?
Yeah.
Wait till you're my age.
No, no, you've looked the same like the whole time.
I appreciate that.
You know?
Good. I
Not
appreciate you
me.
saying that.
It's like, yeah, bam, bam.
Tell you what, that first one that you were on, you had some long hair going on.
Yeah, I hated that
I think
one.
it was the first one
Yeah.
that you were on. Might not have been the first one you were on, but it was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Whew.
Gotta, yeah,
That was long.
delete that one.
Go back and see that.
No.
I know you'll be like, wow, what rock band is he in?
I'm always like, what happens? No, I'm like this. But, yeah, I think, I don't know, kind of a walk down memory lane. Is there any stories that, I don't know, you told me to cue you into stories,
Yeah.
but you don't have one that you want. Oh, I have one more. One day, Glint's entering a chili competition.
Kiss the cook.
Yeah, Kiss the Cook. And so I'm going up, I'm a kid. We're going up to the office to, everybody's getting ready. They're doing stuff. I walk in, everybody's face painted like Kiss.
It's so great. We did. We were like, we're going to this chili cook-off, and we are going to win. We're going to try to win, and we are going to theme it up.
Yeah.
So we got aprons. We had the Kiss logo on them. We all painted our faces. We had wigs on. Well, some of us had wigs on.
Yeah.
And we went, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. We had a great time. It was cool. It was with the HEB Chamber, I believe, and great event.
I
don't
love
know if
that
they still
grocery
do it or
store.
not. Huh?
I love that grocery store.
That's funny.
No. Hershey's Bedford.
Yeah.
The Heb.
Yeah. The Heb.
But
The Heb of business.
Heb of business. But also, I think this is right. Wasn't there a time you dressed up for Halloween and no one else did?
Yeah. That's happened a few times.
You
I get set up during the week before. It's like, hey, I always dress up for Halloween and this stuff. Like, great. We'll definitely do that. Are you gonna dress up? I'll dress up. And I'm just kind of casual about it like that. I'm like, okay, we're here. Day's here, and I'm up. And the last one I did, I was who's the main guy from Duck Dynasty?
I think his name's the main guy from
The
Duck
main guy?
Dynasty. Yeah, it's the main
So
guy.
I dressed up as him. And
Yeah.
I had my duck cane. I had my long hair going. I had my bandana on. The whole 9 yards. I thought I did a pretty good job with it. And I walk in, and I'm the first one there. I'd gotten in early that morning, and people are walking in. No one's dressed up at all. And everybody's looking in my office, and they just start laughing. Every single one of them.
It's a good prank.
They did some. I've had some good pranks. I came in for my birthday once, and my office door is closed, and it normally isn't. I open it, and there are so many balloons in there that you couldn't even walk in there. And it was great. I really enjoyed it. And I look up, and there has to be 100 old school pencils thrown into the ceiling
That's a great prank.
that you got to get down to.
I like
And I'm
old
like,
school pencils.
okay,
Because
this is brilliant. I love it. I got about an hour's worth of work now. Got to get these balloons out of here. I got to get them popped. I got to get these pencils down. How am I going to do that? But it's great.
Yeah.
There were some great events like that.
So, one more story for the road.
All right, one more story. I'm going to keep this about the business side, something I'm really proud of we did as an agency. And we had pitched this company that didn't exist. It was going to be a new division of an extension of a company. No name, no logo, just building it from nothing and making it work. And it was a nonprofit. And we won the business, and we were pitching against 6 other agencies, well-known agencies that we consistently go up against. And we were the last agency to go. And they came out to the office, we talked about what we're gonna do and this, that, and the other. They called us the next morning, because we wrapped up probably about 5:30, called us at 8 o'clock the next morning, said, just wanna let you guys know, the way you guys talk to us, try to understand what we're trying to do. No one did that. We felt kind of like a dog and pony show a little bit, and he goes, we're going with you guys, 100%. Like, wow, that's never happened that fast, and it was a big account. Like, that's amazing. I mean, this is exactly how we want it to be. But then they call me back again, like at 3 o'clock that afternoon. They go, well, we probably should have already called the other agencies as well and let them know that we've chosen you guys. I go, why? Because, well, one of them just showed up in a bus and brought the entire agency out on a bus and came out, and they were waving at us, and the AE went upstairs and goes, look, this is how much we want your business, and blah, blah, blah. And then one of our locations, another agency showed up there, and they sidewalk chalked all the way around our building. Talking about, what it could be and who it is. But we did let them know that we're not changing our mind. We're going with you guys. But that's the thing, like, you guys were so genuine into what you were trying to do for us, and we know your work's good, and their work's good too, but it's like they were trying to win off of a gimmick, and that's exactly who we are. But it was fantastic. We had that client for, golly, I think we had them 16 years.
That's a great prank.
Which one?
Just don't tell anybody. Go.
Well, the result and how fast they jumped on those kind of things, but trying to make that impression, and that's what we do. But at the end of the day, the core of how we handle it is, it's who we are.
Yeah.
I love it, and that's why we have clients that typically last pretty long, and why we're very picky with who we work with as well. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. 100th episode, I feel like we just went through 100 years of agency.
100 years.
But 100 episodes, it's hard to believe, to be honest.
Yeah, new look too. New look on the episodes too.
Yep, going forward, we're gonna change it up. That way you know when you've hit the mark.
Yeah.
Then you gotta celebrate that. Cheers.
Yeah.
You gotta celebrate that a little bit.
My drink's empty. Got him.
Gotta pretend.
But I think
For
that's
my
it.
Coffee, it's empty too now.
I think that's it. No more podcasts. We're closing it up. No, I'm just joking. We'll be back for 101.
101.
Teaching you the
Marketing
101.
word
101. But that was a good episode of the Glint Standard. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching the episode, it's on all the podcast platforms. We always say it, but they know because they're listening to it. But you want to I don't know, what should we do? Should we what's the word of the day?
Word of the day. Breath.
Okay, breath. All
Take
right.
a breath.
All right, and that's it. Podcast wrapped up. If you like that episode, click right here to watch all of our other episodes. They're pretty great. And then click right here if you'd like to subscribe.